This is why I'd spend over $300,000 on a single post from Kylie Jenner. So in this video, I'm going to go into the benefits of working with a macro influencer like Kylie Jenner and the kinds of returns that you might be looking at as a brand. So across my brands alone, I've collaborated with over 10,000 influencers, and I also now run an influencer marketing platform, which has meant that I've been able to see hundreds of other brands collaborate with thousands more influencers. So a brand that I'm going to use as an example in this one is the Australian teeth whitening brand HiSmile, and they have worked with a range of macro and mega influencers, including of course Kylie Jenner, but also Kourtney Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, and even Conor McGregor. This is a post from Kylie Jenner featuring HiSmile teeth, and she's saying, "Obsessed with my HiSmile teeth," and then she hashtagged HiSmile teeth, teeth whitening, and hashtag ad. This ad has got 1,775,502 likes. So that is some huge reach and scale. So of course, the first benefit is brand awareness, which can work for your brand in a couple of ways. And that could be through front of mind positioning. So if they're thinking, okay, I want to, whiten my teeth, they'd think, oh yeah, there was that Instagram post from Kylie talking about that brand HiSmile teeth. Maybe I should check them out. Or it could even solicit a direct response on the spot. And of course, that is going to be a huge, huge benefit. So our next benefit is of course going to be sales. So there's lots of articles online about brands that have got Kylie or a big kind of mega level celebrity influencer to post on their behalf before, and how their websites have crashed due to so much traffic, or they've sold out on the spot. But there's also kind of like less direct metrics as well. So if you're getting that level of influx of traffic to your website, you can now retarget that traffic, which creates like a lot of top of funnel sort of awareness, and you may be able to end up converting that sale via retargeting. So for those two reasons alone, it's already a really compelling reason to work with a celebrity influencer. But the third reason that comes to mind in my head, and probably the most appealing to me, is the ability to get rights to that content. So if you're able to get rights to that content, you can use that in your advertising, on your website, in your emails for months and months or even years to come. So that is really, really important to be able to build social proof or create a bit of a pattern interrupt with your ads. So if people are scrolling through their feed and they see Kylie Jenner at the forefront of one of your ads, it adds a lot of legitimacy and social proof to your brand. So it'll help the ad convert a lot better through trust and also social proof, because if it's good enough for Kylie, it'll be good enough for you. So that was paying for a post from Kylie. But another newer, really high converting tactic is what people are calling influencer whitelisting or influencer ad takeovers. And it's called an influencer ad takeover because basically the influencer gives you advertiser access to their Facebook page. And so therefore you're able to advertise to their audience as them. So the post would appear like a sponsored post from Kylie Jenner in your feed. So it's a much more native way to advertise. One, you can advertise to all of her followers. Two, you can advertise to cold audiences through prospecting. And three, you can advertise to your own audience as well. So you can really ensure the reach of that post. Because Instagram only shows a post to a certain percentage of their followers. Kylie has over 200 million followers on Instagram now. Around 2 million of those had interacted with that post, well, just under 2 million. So you might want to amplify that post, or you might want to run it as an ad. So that's the tactic of influencer whitelisting. So of course, this is a really extreme example. And if you're first starting out in e-commerce, it's going to be entirely out of budget. So there are, of course, other ways to create a lot of impact through influencer marketing without spending upwards of $300,000 for a post. So we'll get back to the video in a second, but if you're enjoying this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now back to the video. So one of my favorite ways is by activating nano and micro influencers at scale. And a nano influencer might have like from 2,000 to 10,000 followers, for example, and a micro influencer would be from 10 to say 50,000 followers. And the reason that we want to activate these smaller influencers, of course, the first reason is price. The budget is going to be a lot lower. Nano or micro influencers will actually just accept a gift of your product in return for posting. So you might just send out 10 units of your product or 30 units of your product, for example, to an influencer, and they'll be able to create a post or some stories in return for that product. So that's a product for post campaign. So take a look at this post from KYLIE that got 1.75 million likes. I think this was a while back, so she might have had about 150 million followers at the time. So relative to the number of followers that she has, her engagement is actually quite low, like that's under 2% engagement. Nano and micro influencers often have upwards of 10% engagement. I've even seen some micro influencers with like 20 to 50% engagement. So the fact that they're highly engaged means that they'll reach more people on your brand's behalf without, having to spend as much either. On the downside, they do have significantly smaller audiences. So for this KYLIE post, for example, you would have had to engage 1.7 thousand influencers with 1,000 likes on every post to get to that number of likes and impressions. So you do need to activate micro influencers at a bit of scale. I wouldn't necessarily say, okay, test it out with one influencer, see if they make some sales for your store and then keep going. You do need that sort of like cumulative compounding effect of influencer marketing. Like one of the things that I like to say about influencer marketing is it creates that kind of like everybody's doing it effect. Kind of like when you see KYLIE post about a brand, you instantly know that that brand, is legitimate and quite popular because they were obviously able to afford that post. You want to activate a group of micro influencers who have overlapping or interrelated audiences, because if a few of those posting, you see 3 different people are suddenly using this new teeth whitening brand in your feed, you're like, wow, well, everybody's doing this. And, it gives you that sort of sense of popularity and that sort of social proof to follow through and make a purchase. And obviously front of mind or top of mind positioning is also built through repetition. So you'd want to be able to repeat that message until you take that sort of like top of mind positioning. So you probably often see influencers like this promoting brands on social media, and hopefully this video was able to give you a little bit of insight into why brands might feel like spending upwards of $300,000 on a social media post would be a good idea. So check out some of the other videos that we have via the link below, and you can work out how you can implement some of these tactics on your own brand's behalf. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.
Hey guys, hope you're loving our videos and that you're getting heaps of value from them. If you are, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to join the Foundr fam. And if there's any burning questions you have, make sure to leave them below in the comments. If you did enjoy this video and want to continue to master your skills, make sure you click here to access your free training now, where we'll go into way more depth with this Foundr. See you there.